Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Realm of Fries podcast. This is episode number 10. I am your host, as always, Five Large Fries, and joining me today, as always, is Flatline Plays
Huzzah, how's it going, guys?
and Inferno Rouge 8D.
Alright.
Oh boy, this week has been such a fucking shit show.
Oh yeah.
It's been such a shit show.
What's
Uh,
happened on your side to make it a shit show, man? I
so,
mean,
so starting off at the beginning of the week, I noticed that I've noticed it for a while, but like I've been having like issues with my back, and it's just progressively gotten worse and worse and worse. And like now I'm just in like absolute agony, and I think it's partly, and this is going to be a little PSA for like all those youngsters out there. I think it's the way I was posturizing myself in like in my own free time and stuff. So like I noticed like when I've been playing, especially when I've been playing like Final Fantasy and stuff, because like I've been playing a lot of like PC games. I'm like really sort of like hunched forward towards the keyboard, and like it's basically arched the back to a point where it's probably strained the muscles. So like I'm
you need to try and sit back on your chair, man. I know it's hard, but you need to try and sit back, innit?
yeah, I'm recently, I say like this weekend, I've been like trying to fix that and posture up a little bit better. But I'm doing all right, and I think the thing is where I'm like starting to fix my posture. I think that's where like the pain's coming, because like the muscles are starting to like go back to where they're meant to be, essentially, or however the fuck the human body works. So like now it's like, because obviously there was a lot of stress on it. Now eventually that stress is starting to fade away, and that's where the pain's probably coming from. At least I fucking hope that's why. Um, So yeah, I've been like, so a little PSA for people: check your fucking posture, make sure you fucking sitting
Yeah.
properly. Like, I know it's like a like you hear it a lot from like your parents and stuff, and like your elders and stuff, especially when you're young. It's like, oh, make sure you sit up straight, all this kind of stuff. Trust me, like if you don't do that shit, you're going to regret it. Like you really will. Like your back will like, you'll have so much pain that like you'll instantly be like, oh, I wish I fucking listened. You know
Yeah,
what I
I've had
mean?
it before when I'm like, it's hurt that bad that it's like 3 days of constant pain. And every time you move, it's like a nerve pain. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You can like lift a cup of tea and it'd be like, oh god.
Yeah. I think coupled with the fact that like, I gotta lift heavy stuff all the time, like it's not fun.
You're not talking about your own personal objects now, are you? Is that
Oh
why you
yeah.
put it on
Hey.
post, is it?
Yeah, clearly I'm talking about my schwang.
Fair play.
Yeah.
How the
So
Master Chief would do it.
oh yeah, nah, exactly. So that was the thing. And then like towards the end of the week, a fucking car tire burst, didn't it? I don't
Oh,
mean
happy
like,
Man.
days.
yeah, man. So like I was literally on the way home from work, so thankfully it could have been like a lot worse, and I'm thankful that it wasn't, right? Um, but like I was driving home, and then suddenly it was as if I had like hit a pothole, right? It was like, when you hit like a really deep pothole, the car makes that really sort of awful noise, and you just like, it just makes you cringe. It's like, oh god, that's, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like that, but there was no pothole fucking in the vicinity, so it's, yeah, it was just,
Oh,
yeah.
oh man, is that a complete tire down then? That's it.
At
Tire
that time,
down.
yeah, I had to get
Right.
the whole thing sorted. Like, thankfully, it could
When
it could have cost like a lot more. Thankfully,
wait,
it was only like £55. That's not too bad.
so you got part one back on there.
Uh, no, it's I think it's a brand new tire, but the whole thing had,
55 quid, a brand new tire. What size tire? Oh, I'm not gonna talk about, but I used to work with tires, man. Just remember, if you lose a tire and just you've got time, give me a phone call first, man, because I can probably get you a cheap one
yeah, yeah,
or a
yeah,
decent one as well. I used to work with them, but £55 for a new tire, mate. You'd have to have some very small wheel,
yeah, yeah. I
really small
mean,
wheel.
yeah, it's not a big car by any means. It's not like a, like, I haven't hit that point of luxury yet where I'm
You got rid of the Jag.
Hey, yeah, nah, nah, nah. I ain't rolling about in no Mercedes Benz, you know what I'm saying?
Hi. You can imagine you'd go down the road, mate, with like, I don't know, what are the things called in Final Fantasy? The cat-like things.
Oh
Are
fuck.
they? Begins with an M.
Uh
Oh, I can't remember. You
Like,
imagine a load of those in the back, mate, low riding, just bouncing down the road like.
3 when you change your tyre, though, you normally have to change 2, don't you? Normally, depending on the state of the other one.
yeah,
Depends on you can get
I ain't gonna lie.
a little worn in the middle.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I have no idea when it comes to like cars and stuff. So like, I literally fucking clueless. But yeah, 55 quid isn't it's not the end of the world, right? But
No,
still,
55
You
quid's
think that's
cheap, mate.
55 quid, so the tyre's
cheap.
probably 40 and then the labour on top.
yeah, it's like, that doesn't, it doesn't phase me. It's just like, like I say, it could have been it. You know what I mean? It could have been a hell of a lot worse. You know what I mean? Like, and
Weird.
I'm so thankful that it wasn't like there's roads that I have to travel where you're traveling like 60 miles an hour on that road, and like, God forbid it happened like on one of those roads. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I
Like,
mean, when it comes to cars, man, I'm the same. I don't know a great deal about the engines now. I've got a couple of friends I literally phone up and say sort that out. When it comes to tyres, I mean, they even phone me because it's what I do, what I used to do for like 2.5 years.
yeah.
Bit of a weird job, wasn't it? Go from cooking to work with tyres for 2.5 years, but I needed a
You must
break
have
and I
been
went back
fucking
cooking.
knackered, weren't you?
I was gonna say,
Dear oh dear.
your cooking got so bad that you ended up creating tires. That's why you worked
It
with
was.
tires.
They said to me, mate, it's rubbery. It's rubbery. I went, fine. I'll go work with rubber then.
Yeah.
Each their own.
Yeah. But
Is
that's
that each tyre own?
yeah. I was gonna say that's pretty much been like my week. Like I'm due a big as the kids say, a big dub soon. You know what I mean? But at the moment, I've just been
Really?
taking L's.
You're after a big dub soon. That just sounds like you're going for a big fucking crap.
I mean, yeah, I really need to go for one. Like, after this
I
podcast
just,
is done, I'm going for one. I tell you now.
Only on company time.
I'm going for a proper one.
Oh dear.
Dear oh dear.
But yeah, like other than that, like most of my week has literally just been eat, sleep, play Final Fantasy, work, eat, sleep, play Final Fantasy, work, basically. Like, that's all I've been doing. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on, because I know all we do, like the last few podcasts, is we've talked about Final Fantasy, and for those that probably don't give a shit about like Final Fantasy 14, they're probably getting like really bored of it. So I'll throw the floor over to one of you guys in case you guys have got some like fun stuff to talk about, and then we'll talk about Final Fantasy later, because it's what it is.
Mate, to be fair, I have just been cracking on with little games again and working on Division 2. I mean, like, I've even got my like third ult up now, so every single build that I could make in that game is maxed out now, pretty much. So, yeah, I'm kind of just. Besides that, I'm playing a lot of little games. I can't believe Hades has finally made it to Xbox. So I've got it downloaded. I'm ready to play it. Probably going to play in that tonight. Have you tried Hades, guys?
Yes, it's fucking amazing. Like,
It looks amazing.
I played it at the beginning of the year. It's really good. It's really good.
It looks really good, man. From what I can see, how much did you play?
Oh, I completed it. Like, I say
Nice.
completed it because it's a rogue, like, right? So it's like, it's not as
Yeah, you kind of got to do it a few
yeah.
times, don't you, to fully complete
There's
it? Or
so
something.
much. There's still so much that you have to like unlock and stuff. There's different weapons and all that kind of stuff. So like,
But you made it out of hell. Or
yeah,
whatever it
I
is.
made out
Yeah.
a couple of times. Made out a couple of
Yeah.
times. But it's really good. It's really addictive. The combat's really fun. The gameplay is really fun. It's overall. I mean, because you said it's on Game Pass, right? It's
Yep.
just give it a go. Like, it's
Yeah.
if you've got Game Pass, it's free, and if you haven't got Game Pass, I think you can get like, I think. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. I know they used to do like a 7-day trial for Game Pass, and then now you've got like the try it for £1 or $1 for a month. It's like, okay,
Yeah, I think that's still available. They do change around their promotions, but I think the £1 thing's still available if you haven't had it before. But if anyone, for example, if you haven't got a code or anything like that, you can't get a code and it's your first time, message someone. I've got a 14-day free code sat here. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that have 14-day free codes. So just give your friends a message. Say, "Oh, have you got a code for Game Pass so I can try it out?" Or
and
message me.
and they'll reply back saying, "Fuck off, you scrounging cunt."
Yeah, I'll just say it's only a fiver, mate. Send it across.
Yeah, innit? No, I'm joking. If they're not a piece of shit, they probably won't say that. They'll just like, yeah, sure.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, even if you look on, it's not ideal, but if you go to like somewhere like CD Keys or something like that, you can get a trial there for like £1 anyway. Worst case scenario, you know. But yeah, besides that, I want to try the Ascent. I haven't got round to trying it yet. It's just sat there. What else have I been playing? Not a
Rocket
great deal.
League.
I've just been messing around with all sorts. Oh yeah, but Rocket League. I've been actually trying to get into Rocket League properly. I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to get decent aerials and hitting goals from them. Even Jay was surprised. Inferno, scary.
Well, to be fair, you're putting a bit more time in. It's one of them games you put more time into it, the more better you're gonna be. Playing
Yeah.
it like once or twice a week, just like a couple of hours.
You only keep up with where you're at. You don't improve if you only play a couple of hours a week. Yeah.
And also, we've been pushing you as well by putting you into matches that you're not ready for.
Well, yeah. Fries. So I play with these guys, right? We play a lot of custom games at night. There's a couple of us that aren't that great, and a lot of them are really quite good. So the few of us that aren't that great really have to try to catch up, and it's starting to pay off for me now. You know.
Yeah. No, I feel
And
you on that. Like, it's practice makes perfect, right?
yeah,
I
it
might
was
be
that
able to play
case.
without going easy on your flat.
Yeah, it's that case though where like you're like they were that good that it became hard to hit the ball. So it was a case of either overcome it or you're just never going to hit it, and you need to practice with people that are worse. But lucky enough, it's come to the stage where I can keep up now. So most of the time, I mean, Inferno and Jay and Gibbs always do stupid things off the ceiling. I can't copy that yet.
Like,
I gave you a couple of little pointers and you took them on board.
you want to play with someone who's worse, you're more than welcome to play with me. But I ain't touching that game. I'll fucking that game bores the shit out of me.
1v1 me, man.
Like,
Yeah.
like, so like, it's not so much it bores the shit out of me because it doesn't. Like, I can play it, but I can't play it for the same amount of time that like you lads play it. Like, I can maybe do like maybe 1 or 2 games, something like that, and then I'm just bored. I'm just like, okay, cool. It's the
The
same.
thing, the skill gap on that game is ridiculous between ranks.
Yeah,
But-
it really is. I mean, because I normally go into a game wanting to be good, and when I first started playing Rocket League again, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get how they're able to jump up so early and know where the ball's going to go, you know. But it's just practice. I mean, you know now when the ball's going to hit that wall, you know it's going to bounce off in that direction towards you, so you jump up early. But it's just practice. That's all it is.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And it's got a decent anti-cheat system. The only thing it doesn't overcome that game is Smurfs.
Yeah, fucking little blue bastards.
Well, the thing is, I've got a second account, but my second account is exactly the same as my main account. But I've
Guess
only
what?
got it just so I can get chances to get more like drops.
Right.
Right, if you know the term, right? I said to these guys, "Oh, so you're on a twink," and they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like,
No.
"What? What?" And yeah, prize, mate.
Nah.
You know what a twink is, right?
Yeah, I
And
know
like,
what a
honestly,
twink is, man. Like,
Beard as well, mate. The youngster, he's like, "I've never heard of that."
what
He's like,
the
"I've never
fuck?
ever heard of that." I'm like, "What? A twink?" I'm like, "A twink is a second character, man. That's lower ranked, but still you playing, so you know what you're doing with like lower rank or lower gear."
I think
And he's like, "Nah, that's a Smurf." I'm like, "What? When did this change?"
So I think the definitions. So like, so Smurf is like creating a brand new character with the same. So it's like with a say like let's say Call of Duty for example. If Call of Duty had like I mean fuck Activision Blizzard, but
Yeah,
take Call of Duty for example. Let's say they introduced like a ranked play mode, right? So it's still the same guns. You have still the same gameplay. There's no difference to it, but the more you play, obviously, the better you're going to get because the more practice you're going to get and the higher rank you are, right? But you then create a second character. You still keep all that skill, the the FPS type skill, but you're on a brand new character now, which is a brand new rank, like beginner rank, and you're going against people who are probably like brand new to the game, who are terrible,
exactly.
and you shit all over them, right? That's what a Smurf is. What a Twink is it's a brand new character that you have the luxury of having like all the like. So it's like having like in World of Warcraft or in like any like MMO, you have like your main character that you've got to like the max level, you've got like a whole bunch of gold and stuff like that. And what a twink is, it's creating a brand new character, say at like level 1, and just continually buying and equipping like the best gear for that character
Yeah,
at that time. Like, you know, once you get to like say like level 30, like out of say, I don't know, like what, 100 or whatever it is, right? You'll have like the best gear for like level 30. It'll be like all purple gear for level 30. And that's because like your other character is able to afford that gear and send it over to that character. And that's what the
yeah.
definition of a twink is.
Right, because that's what we used to do, mate. We used to
Mm.
have level 19 twinks that go in battlegrounds for 10 to 19. We used to have 29 twinks, which were 20 to 30, and then I think we had 39 twinks as well, which was just it was a bit rough to be honest. Because if even on twink battles, you could tell because like there's two guys fighting in the middle, which were two twinks, and everybody was fighting around, you know. And as soon as one twink beat the other one, that was it. It was a wipe of everybody else. It was just hilarious.
Twinkie Town.
Twinkie Town, mate. I used to have all sorts of twinks, like ridiculously funny because these low level people, you just one shot them and they're like, "What the fuck?"
They just look at you. They look at you and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, he's a twink. Look at his gear. It's just ridiculous.
Fucking inspect you, and it's just all fucking legendary type gear. It's like, oh,
It's all
okay,
the best blues you can get at level 19 or whatever. You know,
yeah,
you've got like twice the health you should have and shit. And they're like, "What?"
yeah. And that's like that is kind of smurfing, but it's a different form of smurfing, right?
So there is a difference there. We
Yeah,
can blatantly tell what the difference between twink and smurf is. That's why, like, people that don't play MMOs, they don't know what a twink is.
yeah, no, exactly. I think
That
like
makes sense.
I think you could call it a twink if, again, taking the FPS example, if like there was certain weapons that you had to use, like you had to play the game and earn like an in-game currency to buy, and then you were able to send that over to like a brand new account, that would be twinking. Like
Right.
if you had like one of the quote unquote meta guns, which like, you know, the time to kill on it's like really fucking like short, so it's like a 0.5 second like time to kill.
You could twink on Division 2, really.
Technically,
Um,
I guess technically you could. I think you could technically.
you get XP though for
But
you get
it's
XP for conflicts because they did that in World of Warcraft. They eventually made it so you got XP for battlegrounds. So they tried stopping all twinks. So you had to start your twink early, like at 26, because then you knew you had like ages of leveling up, you know, through just battlegrounds to get past the 30 stage.
yeah.
I'm not sure if they do that on Division Inferno. Do you know if you get XP for conflict? Because that's a good point.
Yeah, you still meant to get, you still get XP score, don't you? Because
Right.
you
See.
earn conflict caches, don't you?
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. Yeah, I think they still give you XP for that, don't they? That's a shame.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of
Yeah,
XP,
but you think about it, once you get to
keeps
level 30, if you got a second character anyway, you just transfer all that stuff over. You don't farm with that character, do you?
But no, you just make another one, wouldn't you? And just transfer it over and carry on again. Delete that last one.
You can just keep that's what people were doing, weren't they, with their level 30 characters? Just you can boost it to level 30, you can just get certain gear pieces, can't you? And then keep
Same
what you
for the
want.
twink.
I had a funny moment on Battlefield 4 yesterday. I've been
What'd you get?
I've been playing it like about an hour a day.
What'd you get up to
Just
on there, man? I haven't played 4 in
killing
ages.
people as you produce, sniping them. Very hard because some people are walling, so I'm hoping when the new Battlefield comes out, they need to like set PC straight with their walls. No, I was honest. I was literally, I logged on. I thought, oh, I'll just join. Like, just hit the quick join thing. 'Cause it's normally got like certain maps you can just like, quick join anyway. But it put me into a private server. So like someone made a server up. It was like 6-on-6, and it was like capture the flag. You know what I mean? Like this was like a small mode. So I'm there going, oh, this is gonna be fun. So I just went, I'll go to Soul, get my like scar out and all that lot, and I fucking went into my little car, picked up their flag, killed someone on the way back. As I got to my flag, there was 2 people rolling in on a like chopper. They got out, I killed them, put my flag down. Then I started defending my flag because like they were pushing hard. And then the admin like goes, report my username for killing people, and I just typed in the chat, "What the hell? What the hell are you reporting me killing people for?" And it was just like, "Read the rules." So I read the rules because I didn't know fucking thing. There are rules where you're not allowed to kill people unless you ask or get told to.
What?
Yeah,
Right.
this is what was in it. Um, you must ask admin to like do other stuff, which was I was like, nah, this fucking bullshit. So I started like, I literally went, I ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna stand here so you can win the game. And then I got in a big rant with him. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, he started doing this. He was just like going. I was like, what's the funny thing I put to him? I went, oh what? So an FPS game, but you're not allowed to kill people. Please, admin, can I start shooting now? I put.
That's so weird. That's
And he
weird
went,
private
he
server.
went no with my username, going no, find another server. I went, no, I'm going to fucking report your server for fucking boosting and XP fucking farming. Because on there, it's like 2 times XP for everything. It looks like they were just like just doing objectives, so like and just keeping the game like longer to get more XP out of it.
Yeah.
And I went, I'll report that, and he was like, he went, no, we're allowed to do this. I went, I don't think you are, mate. And he was just like, find another server. I went, you can shut the fuck up. I went, this server's fucking shit anyway. And then just as I left, went, you're a dictator, but I didn't spell it properly. I spelled it with the K.
You're a dictator. Taker.
I went, you're just a dictator. And left.
Amazing.
But the funny thing, I was arguing this bloke, chatting away, fucking back and forth for like a good 5 minutes with him, fucking wasting his time. And no one outkilled me, even though the rest were playing fine. You know, the most funny thing is, when I'd done that, they all kept killing me. Like they killed me twice before it like started showing up. I went, what? I went, why? You're afraid that you're getting beaten? Your hacks aren't good enough or something?
Yeah, man. Some people take that shit way too seriously. It's like,
Like asking permission to be killed. My first response was, what the fuck? I even turned around and went, if no one talks in the game, how can someone tell you this? I went, at the end of the day, I said, it's a fucking stupid fucking rule. Not allowed to shoot in an FPS.
oh no, please, the bullets hurt my
Yeah,
feelings.
please. I was going to call him
They-
Daddy, but I probably would have got fucking kicked.
They need to have
Please,
a private
Daddy, can I
server
shoot
for that.
someone?
They need to have a private server for that. I don't get it. Like, I really don't get that. You think you, have a
It was
private
an
server?
FPS with literally like 10 people on there.
There was a game. Speaking of like FPSs and stuff. I can't remember what it was. Oh, fucking Overwatch, right? Again, fuck Activision Blizzard. They have like private servers you can do now, so like private games and stuff. And there's like a server, like you can join different servers, and you got fucking ones where, bearing in mind, it's like Team Fortress 2 essentially, right? And you got fucking servers on there where it's like people, like it's like ERP ones. It's like, excuse me, what? I was like, what the
What?
fuck? Yeah.
Did you just say? Did you say?
Yep.
ERP.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So it's just, all I can imagine is just people like picking like the female characters in there and just like sat there just going,
Oh,
That's
don't do
so
that.
fucking weird. Oh. Oh no.
Moist. Oh, he just made me crash on Trackmania.
Too much
Oh,
moisture in the road.
how can they? Even though it's a private server, they still got like.
Yep. Even the title of the server is like it's like something stupid. It's like 18 plus, like ERP type shit. It's like, what? It's like a shooter.
Is it a public server?
Technically, yeah.
Ooh, that's naughty. Some
Yeah.
people get fucking sent down for that shit.
It's fucking stupid, man.
And down for that shit.
Well, it is. If it's a public server, you can't stop anyone going in it.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
down to
That's true.
Overwatch fucking maintenance team allowing fucking someone to make a fucking server on it.
the funny thing is like I remember. Oh, I can't remember which type of one it was, but it was one of these really stupid like rule type ones like that. And I remember like me and one of my friends, like we joined it for a laugh, and we just went fucking running around shooting people. It was so funny. It's the
I
funniest.
I don't mind if they're trying to reenact something, you know what I mean, and like that lot. But yeah, the non-shooting rule, and then they're just playing normally, and they're just like basically, if you're gonna have your own private server with your own friends, make it private. Don't open it up to public. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking crazy.
That's fucking disturbing. Overwatch for the ERP.
Mate, you know what is disturbing? I was gonna bring it up a second ago when we were talking about like experience and stuff. So I was chilling out in a Discord with like some friends and stuff like last night. It was really early in the morning. And have any of you ever heard of or played Path of Exile?
Heard of it, mate. It's a bit like Diablo
Dark in it, isn't
styling.
it?
It's like Diablo. It's like Diablo,
Yeah.
right? So I've never played it, so I can't make any comments on this or anything. But basically, there's like an event or something. I don't know what it is. They're doing this thing, and you basically progress your level from level 1 to 100, right? But if you die, you lose 10% of your experience, right? Now you think 10% isn't a lot, right? But when you're trying to hit
Yeah.
when you're trying to hit level 100 and you hit like level 99 and then you die, right? 10% is a good days worth of play of experience. Just like
Yeah.
wiped out like that. Like Thanos snapped out of existence just because you died. Like,
Fennel snapped.
how pissed would you be if that happened to you?
Yeah, it's nine levels, isn't it?
I would be I would just be devastated. Imagine if that happened to me in Final Fantasy. I'd be fucking level 1 again.
Rough.
It is rough, man. It is rough. But man. Oh, look, I'm segueing into Final Fantasy because I love this game so much.
Stop it.
I'm
Stop it.
wait, I'm close to like 9 full days like 9 full days of play. Not like, oh, I've played it for 9 days. It's like, no, like fucking whatever
9 full
9
days.
times 24 is. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
mate. Like, I can't say much, mate. You remember what I said about Flatline? He had over 365 days played, mate. So
Yeah,
he had over a year played time on one character actually played, like let alone on my twinks and stuff.
we're like over 200 hours worth of play now at this point. It's crazy. Like, I'm hooked. I've just today hit the very, like, as of recording, bearing in mind you got Endwalker coming out in November. This is what the fuck month are we in? August. Yeah, so as of August 2021, for anyone listening in the future, I hit the Shadowbringers expansion, which is the final expansion until Endwalker comes out. So
Moist.
I'm really excited. Like, I don't want to spoil it too much because there's probably people here that like probably new or like still going through the story. Which, I kind of want to respect those people. So I won't talk too much about the actual story and what happened, but it's already started off like fucking wild, absolutely wild. Like, I'm I'm so excited to see where this story goes. But yeah, like, but the thing is now I've got like what nearly 3 months until like the new expansion, so I've got either 3 months to complete this story, or I've got 3 months to basically complete the story and then have like, because I'm gonna be real with you. I reckon within like the next week or two, I can complete the story. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, I will sweat the living daylights out of it. We'll get to like the weekend, and I'll just like no life the shit out of it. Plus, we got the bank
Yeah.
holiday weekend coming up very soon, which means I've got an extra day to play. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna like absolutely no life it and probably complete the Shadowbringers like story, and then just have all this free time to level up alt jobs and like the fucking crafting stuff and get into crafting. And
You know what we need to do soon? We need to go back to Minecraft. Not Minecraft, Minesweeper World.
yes, yes, we do. I haven't really touched VR chat like properly in ages, man. Like, man, there's a lot of people on there that I've only socialized just through VR chat. So there's a lot of people like I haven't spoken to in ages. Again, for those that don't know what VR chat is, like, what the fuck? You're living under a rock or something. Nah, VR chat it's basically it's like a social hub. Think because I'd like to hope a lot of you have watched this, but think of Ready Player One, right? It's basically that. Like that's the only way I can describe it. Yeah.
I've still not seen that.
You're not? Oh fuck me.
I don't watch many films, do I, man?
Oh fucking hell. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like Ready Player One. It's really fucking good.
Yeah, but he says to me like, Game of Thrones or Avengers or anything like that, and I'm like, ain't watched it. They're like, what? Like Guardians of the Galaxy? Ain't watched it. Like anything, ain't watched it, man.
It's funny because speaking of Game of Thrones, I remember this is gonna sound very what's that word? What's that word where you're hipster? It's gonna sound very hipster, right?
Very hip.
But I remember I started getting into Game of Thrones just before, literally about a few weeks before season 2 came out, right? That's like in terms of like the TV show. Obviously, you have the books and stuff, and quite frankly, I don't read books because I'm fucking lazy, right?
Yep, fair play.
Which is ironic because I fucking write books, right?
I mean, the Audible's pretty good, to be honest. I mean, I've listened to a couple of those Audible things, and I'm like, yeah, that's actually quite a good way of experiencing the book,
Yeah. I think going forward, like if I want to read books, I probably will end up doing that. But I started getting into it like from season like before, like a few weeks before season 2 came out, and I remember I was watching it like 'cause I bought the box set like for the first season. And I watched it. And I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I got to the second season. And I was watching it like pretty much every week because obviously it was a weekly thing. I kept up with it that week. I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And then obviously I think I waited for season 3 to come out, and I never watched it like past season 3. Like I think there's a few things that I think I have seen a few. I'll be real with you, like, but when I started watching it back again, I think it was when season 5 was coming out or was out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to catch up. And I watched a little bit of season 3, but it's not that I couldn't get into it. There was something about like, and again, this is where the hipster type of thing comes in, like. There's something about suggesting something and knowing full well that what you're suggesting, like, the other person's going to enjoy it. Like, for a fact, you like, okay, I know that, like, I understand their taste. I think this is definitely something that they'd be interested in. And you suggest it to them, and they sort of like brush it off and go, oh yeah, nah, whatever, nah, whatever. And then suddenly they pick it up and go, oh yeah, this is really good. Have you watched this? It's like, well, no fucking shit. I fucking suggested it to you fucking years ago.
I never watched it. It didn't pique my interest.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's like different strokes for different people. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what I like about like, that's the one thing that I'll say is like really good about being like having humanity and stuff is like everybody's into different things, and that's really fucking cool. Like, it's that like uniqueness, but then there's that shared experience as well, if that makes sense. This sounds really hippie, man. I'm sorry, it really does, but like,
No, you're right. Everyone's slightly different.
There's a few that don't follow the suit, but if you look in the world, there's a lot of people that are just cloning each other, and it's just like, just have some like your own like take on shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like,
you go on TikTok, and it's just clones and clones doing the same thing, in it. They know like the creators of whoever does it first is the genius. The rest are just little clone copies.
Sheep. Lovable sheep.
yeah, So, oh mate, speaking of TikTok, fucking, I remember ages ago. I say ages ago. It was only like last year, right? So when the coronavirus was like going off, right? They, for some reason, TikTok do these, like, a lot of people on TikTok, and it's not everyone on TikTok, right? Like, you know, it we all brand, like, a lot of people, they go, oh, TikTok bad, all this kind of stuff, but like obviously it's not everyone, it's like the minority, but it's like the bad minority of people doing like this really nasty stuff is the ones that get brought to light, and then everyone tarnishes people with the same brush because of that minority, right? um
Yeah.
so there was a group of people that started the coronavirus challenge, right? And you know what it was?
What
It,
the fuck?
mate, it gets fucking disgusting. Do you know what it was?
Oh, you go for it, man. I mean, it
Uh,
sounds
let
horrific.
let me. I want you to have one guess, and I'll tell you exactly what it was.
Sneezing.
No, it wasn't sneezing.
Using a Sprite bottle.
No, it wasn't the spray bottle. You know what it was? Flat. Have a guess.
Oh
One guess.
man, I'm thinking that they're gonna make you go up to someone in a shop and just literally bump into them and sneeze or something.
Nah, it's more
It's
grotesque than
more
that.
grotesque than
Licking
that.
them.
It's the coronavirus challenge was because like at the time, like it was like everyone was mocking the coronavirus, right? They were saying, oh yeah, nah, whatever. It's like,
Oh, this over America then.
this is in America, yeah, because
Eh,
clearly it's Americans, right? Like, this is, again, this sounds okay. That sounds real fucking bad. No,
No, because
okay,
at the beginning they thought, yeah, it got put as a joke, didn't it? The Americans, they were
okay,
saying it was
yeah.
sort of myth and stuff.
So, but let me just retake reword what I meant there, because like that sounded like I was like tarnishing Americans with the same brush. It's not. It's what what America suffers with is the fact that they are a very, in terms of like how vast of a continent they are. They're like a huge continent. So like it's easy for like uh, a minority to become like more vocal in that respect. Again, it sounds like, so like the people that are doing like bad stuff, like, like the idiocies and stuff like that. It's very easy for those to like be at the forefront of like, oh, that's what America is, because of how large America is, right? So there's
yeah,
more instances of it. It's like, say like 10% of 100, right? That's not really that many, but 10% of, say, like a million, that's a lot, right? And and anyway, so the TikTok thing, the coronavirus challenge thing that sort of sparked off last year, you know what it was? It was fucking kids licking toilet seats.
what?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah,
But
they were.
like, if anyone that does that, like maybe that's like natural selection, right?
Yep, it really is. It really is. But like,
Anyone who does that, fucking mate.
there was, I think, I don't know if this was before or after the coronavirus actually hit, but there was actually something else where they were opening up tubs of ice cream, which is why, like, I think if you look at a lot of brands, some of the brands were they have like that seal on before you actually get to the ice cream now, so you have the lid and you have the seal, right?
Yep.
I think a lot of the reasons why they've done that now, and I could be wrong, is because there was people in America doing some other fucking weird TikTok challenge, I think, where they would open up the ice cream and they would fucking lick it and then put the lid back on and put it back.
These people were like, if someone watches a video, for example, police should be watching videos, just be like, right, you're next.
In
You're next.
fairness, I'm pretty sure like the ones that ended up going viral have actually been like prosecuted and put in jail. But like
Good.
imagine like going to jail, right? Now jail's like the worst fucking place to be, right?
Well,
Imagine going
prison's
there,
worst.
right?
I suppose it depends.
So like I was watching a bunch of documentaries on like the jails and stuff, right? And they were basically, there's like they will get you, they will come to you, like these inmates, and they will find out what you're in for, right?
Oh yeah.
Like in America, you get given like a charge sheet, right, before you actually get put into like the actual jail system, and you're in like this sort of like waiting hold type jail or whatever the fuck. I don't know how it works. Touch wood, never will. Um,
Yeah.
you know, and they get put in this thing, and then they find out what you're in for, because as you can imagine, they have a zero tolerance policy. Like the inmates, they like even they have
There's
like their own
certain
stand.
things,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's certain things you're going to get hunted for.
Mm.
Now, jail and prison's different, isn't it?
Oh
Because
yeah.
jail's the thing you get put in to start off with before you get transferred to prison.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes jail in America could be a long-winded thing.
I mean, you can be in there for a long time before you get tried,
Yeah.
and they yeah, like fuck, man. But like, it's just so stupid. Like these fucking challenges that come out of TikTok sometimes. I mean, I think that's where the Tide Pod challenge came out from. If you don't know what Tide Pods are, like, because I know, like, obviously in the UK we don't call them that; they call them something else. It's like a, you know, those dishwasher type like tablet things, like the cleaning tablets that you get.
They go in the washing machine.
They go in the washing machine. They're like filled with like liquid. It's like a clear thing. They're filled with liquid. You chuck them in like a washing machine or something. Yeah, they were fucking eating those as a challenge. That
Honestly, it's like natural selection, mate. Keep letting them do it. I
it's
mean, we'll wean them out.
I don't understand. I don't understand where like you like as a person looking at something like that and going, "Oh yeah, I'll do that to like, you know, for views." And the thing is, the problem is like sure you'll get one or two that go viral, right? And then everyone looks at that and go, "Oh, I can do that and get myself some views." But like take it from like experience, that shit is one, it's not worth it, and two, you ain't gonna get the same fucking views that these other people are getting, and three, like what the fuck are they even like
Even if they are, I wouldn't want to get views for
You
that,
know, it's
man.
like it's an internet cult, isn't it?
like
People just
yeah.
believe it, don't they? And they just go along with it. That's how cults work.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's crazy about it is like some of them are so fucking dangerous as well. There was one guy, actually, there was this weird fucking TikTok challenge. I don't know why, but there's a like a tram it was a tram, I think it was, that was obviously like, you know, it was actually going along, and this guy literally put a table and a chair in front of it, forcing it to stop, and he just sat there with like a cup of coffee or something. And I'm just like, what the fuck is he doing? You know what I mean? I think that guy actually got put in prison for 2 years or something.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, I just don't understand. I just don't understand like why you would put other people and yourself at risk for a couple of views. You know what I mean?
For the hope of a couple of views as well, you
Yeah.
know?
It's an arbitrary
Is
number. It's an arbitrary number. It means nothing. You don't get paid for it, right? You're not going to suddenly become like famous overnight. You're going to become infamous, and people will forget you pretty much straight away. They're not It's not going to be a way of saying, "Oh, I've got this one video that's done like fucking 20,000 like views or whatever. Now suddenly everyone knows me." No, like everyone looks at you, think you're a fucking dick, and then like carry on with their lives. Like
moves on.
you ain't gonna you are not gonna get famous from doing something as stupid as eating a Tide Pod, licking a fucking toilet seat. In fact, people are gonna look at you and go, "Fuck me, what kind of imbecile will lick a toilet seat?" That's where people's asses go. It's
Yeah.
like saying you're gonna lick some stranger's ass.
That literally is basically the same.
I mean, I know people are into that kind of thing. I mean, you
I
know,
was about to say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Each to their own.
Yeah, but I mean, that's been the name of the
I,
podcast. Each their own.
yeah, I know. I
Oh,
know.
you know what's funny though? You say about these people that are famous one bit. Okay, I was watching a like YouTube video and that lot. You know the nuts guy go got him and all that lot.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's there on the streets charging people like for photographs and all sorts, trying to make money. Like this bloke just like like some people they just go, "Can I have a photograph here?" Yeah, go on then. He demands money for photographs and shit.
Wow.
Yes, like I say, people like internet fame comes and goes very fucking quick. Like
Oh yeah.
especially when it comes to like memes and stuff. Like if you like get turned into a meme, right? As a like a meme template or whatever, like one, embrace it for the most part, because like, you know, the more you fight against it, like the more it's just gonna like, the more it will get used, right? So if you, even if you're against it, like you just gotta embrace it, just take it on the chin, right? But two, don't expect that that like will garner you any type of like fame and popularity and stuff, because like it will for a time. Like obviously, like because in the moment, like you're the new hype thing, right? You're the new fucking, you know. So people will come and see you, but eventually, like once that meme gets like used, and you see a lot of like dead memes that like, you know, don't ever get used anymore. Like that fame will just drop, and you end up becoming like back to square one, where you're like, I wouldn't say like a nobody, right? But you're obviously not as well like viewed as you once have hoped, you know. And then you suddenly, you know, that's it, you back to square one, and like you say, you end up like that guy.
And people shouldn't be after that much internet fame, you know? Like, just do what you do, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly. Like,
You've got more chance of becoming fucking famous just by being yourself rather than trying to follow someone else, man. It's always been the same.
oh
You've got to
man,
have something different. And that something different is in you, not trying to be someone else.
that's the thing. I think the best way of doing it is like you ask yourself like, what can I bring to the table? Like if you're really trying to push it, it's like you ask yourself, what can I bring to the table that either nobody else is doing, or you know you can improve on what someone else is doing, right?
Yep.
That's how it's like a business, right? It's effectively what it is. That's what like becoming like an online personality is. It is a business, right? And it is like it is the case of what what market niche can I fill, or what can I do that will vastly improve on what somebody else is doing.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration. But inspiration's completely different than copying. If you take inspiration from someone, fair enough. You know what I mean? Everybody does. But don't start copying. Do your own thing. Take your own spin on it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Don't just start licking toilets because other people are doing it basically.
Yeah, I mean like
Oh man.
yeah. I mean,
I mean, I'm no doctor, but I wouldn't recommend it.
oh man. I was I think I spoke about like internet fame and stuff the other day. At least I spoke privately to a few friends anyway, but I think I am going through like this phase in my life at the moment, because I mean, well, I'm pushing 32 now, right? Fucking I'm getting to a point where like I'm trying to convince other people, like I'm trying to convince myself that, oh, okay, let me word this correctly, right? Because obviously I've, you know, struggling with sleep still. But like I talk about like how like I stream because I like the social side of things, and you know that is true, I do. But I think like everybody that streams would be like I know, like deep down, no matter what you say to yourself and what you say to like the people watching you, deep down, if you had another 10 people watching you, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's fucking cool. You know what I mean?
The more the better, really, isn't it? But like last night, mate, I come and streamed. We weren't going to because we're supposed to be doing speed running, but some people couldn't make it, so I thought, screw it, I'll just come on and stream. I did the exact same reason, mate. I said everybody in. I'm just literally coming on to chat to you guys. Just because I haven't been on in a while, I just wanted to get on and chat to you guys, and we just had a good conversation talking about shit, man.
Hmm.
You know, and yeah, you know, the numbers jumped up a bit, which was surprising for me just talking shit.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I do.
I'll be real with you. Like, I do, like, I think deep down, I think everybody, like, if you could turn it into a career, it's like, oh, hell fucking yeah. It's like, I think everybody, like, would love that. And I think, like, even though, and I don't know why I tried to convince myself otherwise. Um, like I think my problem is I worry way too much about what other people are thinking of me, but quite frankly, nobody gives a shit if you,
No.
and you know what I mean, like nobody gives a shit if like you want to make it as a streamer or whether you don't, you know. Like just taking you two for example, like because you're here, right? If I said to you now, like oh yeah, now I just want to do it for the social side of things, but if I, you know, if it becomes a thing, like you don't give a shit, like no, like like the people coming to watch you, the only thing they give a shit about is either interacting with you and having a laugh with you and just generally being having a conversation, right? Or they're there to be entertained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people aren't there to hear you fucking like. And this is something I've come over like as I've been doing a lot of self-actualizing and self-learning. Um, People come to realize, or people where am I going with this trailer thought? Sorry, I kind of threw myself off. Like people genuinely don't give a shit like about like you saying, "Oh, I'm not in it because I want to make it as a streamer. I'm in it for like nobody cares." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah, no, most of the time people are there for you at the end of the day or whatever,
mm,
they don't mind what you're doing.
and I think like the more I don't know, I think in a way the more self actualizing and self learning that I'm doing about myself, the more I'm becoming, I guess, like I wouldn't say paranoid. Paranoid is probably like the wrong word, but I overanalyze like any action I do or anything that I say to the point where like I'm sort of sat there and you'll see it even now, like when I'm talking, like I'll stop and I'll stutter and I'm like, oh shit, and then I'm like, oh, let me reword this and stuff like that, because I'm just like I'm just worried. I'm just worried about coming off as an asshole. You know what I mean? I mean, I know.
Yeah, you've got that extra filter, and sometimes it holds you back, man, because
Mm,
it does for everyone. I know what you're saying because I've got that slight filter when I'm on stream,
yeah.
but I try not to do it too much because it does hold you back. Like at the end of the day, people come to see you, and if you're holding it back, you're not really seeing the true you,
Mm,
if that makes sense. So it's that catch-22, isn't it? Because I
yeah.
can be fucking brutal, man. You know I can be brutal. I can do it on stream sometimes, and I try not to do it to anyone who's actually chatting on the stream or anything, because everybody knows me. They already know I'm having a laugh, but I can be a bit brutal. I mean, you've heard me rant on this fucking podcast, man. I go into it sometimes. I can't help it.
Oh yeah.
Can't
Huh?
help it. But yeah, you kind of just got to be true, haven't you? Not worry
Yeah.
too much. But it's hard not to because you were brought up to think of others, and when you're brought up to think of others, you worry about what you say.
Yeah.
It's just standard.
I think talking about that filter, I think you're absolutely right. There is definitely a filter there that like especially when you're streaming and doing that kind of stuff that you like you say there is that you're holding back, and I know full well that I do it. And I know recently that my streams have become like for intensive purposes pretty boring, right? Um I mean, I'm playing Final Fantasy for fuck's sake, right? Not many people are into MMOs, and I know, Space. I know Space. Like, if Space is listening, I know he's not a fan of like MMOs. I know he really thoroughly enjoys like the Division 2, right?
Yeah,
Um,
he's back on it, isn't he?
yeah, he's smashing it, man. He's smashing it.
I
Um,
need to get him through the raids.
yeah. So I know a lot of people that would watch me are probably not interested in the game that I'm playing at the moment, but I'm really enjoying it. But what I like is there's a lot of like downtime in between like doing dungeons, like raids and like story content that like it basically allows me to use the game as another form of just chatting, right? And I think that's where like a lot of people, myself included, like I'll look at a streamer, I'll see like who if who in my follow list is like on, and then I look at the game they're playing, and I don't actually like take into account that that is still a person behind there playing a game. They are still going to interact with you and stuff like that. I think people forget that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
They just look at it and go, "Oh, it's like Final Fantasy 14," or "Oh, it's the Division 2." Like, "Oh, I'm not interested in that game, so I'm not going to tune in," and that's fine, right? That's fine. But I think like if you're there, like if the main reason you're going to like a streamer is for their personality rather than the game they're playing, then like sometimes you got to give that type of content a chance because there will, no matter what type of game it is, there will always be like that downtime, whether it be in between matches in like Call of Duty. By the way, fuck Activision Blizzard. Um, um, or like like in between like matches, like in between like story quests, in between like dungeons and stuff like that. Like there's always going to be like a downtime where like the streamer will have like not so much have to, but they'll like look at chat and they'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll be real with you, sometimes like when chat's moving pretty fast, it is so hard to keep up.
Yeah, I
And
have to scroll up.
yeah, like I sometimes I will like in the middle of a dungeon when I'm like, I'm concentrating, like, because an MMO is, especially when you're playing a class that you've never played before, is so fucking like it needs all your concentration, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the combat style of things, you're fighting a boss or you like go try and clear trash mob and stuff, right? So it does require like a lot of attention. So like focusing on that and focusing on like chat can be like quite hard, especially if chat's moving pretty fast. But obviously you have your downtime once you've completed the dungeon, once you've like completed like that combat scenario and stuff like that, that there will be that downtime you can catch up with chat, right? I think that's pretty cool.
There's yeah, there's always a bit of downtime. I mean, the same with bosses, mate. If I'm on like dark hours, I can look across and chat during bosses, but Razor I don't so much, the last boss in dark hours. But if I'm on Iron Horse, man, like during the boss fights, I can't really chat to the boss the chat much. I often say like, just give me a sec, chat. I will get back to you after this boss, and then I'll catch up with it all.
Yeah,
Because there's so much going on, man. I can't. You
yeah.
can multitask. You get used to multitasking, but there is a limit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey, best
Sorry.
thing I've done when I was streaming Sea of Thieves, I leave my boat a straight line and go for a piss. I'll be back in a minute, boys.
Oh,
Sail off into the ocean.
I know. I normally go check the map and go. Yeah, I've got about 3 minutes.
Yeah,
come
I can
back
do
and
this.
you come back and you've like smashed into a stray rock.
An iceberg, mate.
Uh, but yeah, man. Like, I think like I say this a lot, right? I do say this a lot. It's like I hype myself up, right? I hype myself up. I motivate myself. I'm like, right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get back into doing this and doing this and doing this. And then suddenly, like, I don't do it, or I don't do it as often as I should. And like that shit kind of sucks. But like, I do want to try it and like start creating more like unique YouTube content, um, and not just stuff that's like ripped off of my streams, right? I mean, obviously, there's still going to be that stuff where it's just ripped off the stream, but like, I'm going to try and like, because like, if you look at my YouTube channel right now, literally all it is Realm of Fries episode 1, Realm of Fries episode 2, and just literally it's just a podcast. So it's ended up becoming a podcast channel, and like, I don't like, I want to add more like unique stuff to it rather than just like, oh, okay, well, here's a podcast every week,
Yeah.
like that's
It's
sorry.
I haven't done anything on YouTube in ages, mate, so I feel you on that one, babe. Yeah, I'm well behind on my YouTubeage.
I think last time I done on mine, I made a private video just to put on a speedrun board.
Yeah, fair play.
But I mean, you're still doing it though, right? Like you're still making that content even though it's private. I have to ask, like, do you get any like sense of satisfaction? I mean, obviously you get satisfaction from entering the leaderboards, right? But did you get a satisfaction of like uploading and creating the video at all?
Not really. It takes 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. So...
You're not allowed to edit. Oh yeah.
oh
So
yeah, of course. Of
you
course you're
just
not.
got to put yeah. You got
Yeah.
Just think of YouTube. I had some videos that did quite well, and on Division 2, but I just stopped
That's
making
when
it
Division was
because
booming, though, wasn't it?
yeah, it was hard. It's hard to stream and do video content at the same time because in my streams, as you guys know, I like to mess around a lot with sub commands, different bits like that. So that just keeps me busy. And that's the kind of time I would take to make YouTube videos. But I'd rather make my streams more interactive and keep changing stuff.
Oh mate, you talking about sub commands and stuff. I'm just looking at my channel now, like the channel points and stuff. I've got way too many fucking channel points. Like in terms of
Yeah,
like in terms of what I can do. Like I'm really thinking of trimming it down to have like maybe like 7 or
they're
8.
too cheap, man. Make it if they're too cheap, they become less not less valuable, but you know what I'm saying. They become less special because everyone can do them. They're cheap, and
Yeah.
like if they really wanted to, mate, people could just spam and it would be annoying. So like, it's nice if you've got that not so expensive, but still a little bit. So then when they click that, they're like, okay, I spent my 300 on that or whatever. Um, I would just trim it down a tiny bit, get rid of the ones you don't want, maybe 1 or 2, and just make them a little bit more expensive, man. Because you've got them basically free, haven't you?
Pretty much. I mean, most of them are like 10, 10 fucking channel points. I mean, like that's effectively like I think it worked out to be like because you get 200. Is it 210 like an hour, something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. Yeah.
But basically, like it works out to be like not even 5 minutes. I think like 5 minutes of like view time gets you 10 points,
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
really cheap, mate. Really cheap on yours.
Yeah. But I think that's cool because like it also allows like people who are new to the stream, and bearing in mind like that's all I'll be attracting right now is people who are new to the stream because like let's be honest, like I only really like even though I've had the channel for like X amount of years, like I've only really like started focusing the streaming like this year, right? Like
Yeah.
if you really think about it, like there were moments where like I tried like there was a moment a couple of years back when I tried to do it, and I think I pushed it for about 2 weeks, and then I like some stuff happened, and I just stopped. Then like afterwards, it would just be like, oh, I'll do it for a couple of days a week, and then it sort of drifted until it gets to a point where I'm not doing it, and that's kind of where I'm at the moment, where like some stuff happened. Some stuff happened. I took a break, and then the break proceeded to get longer and longer and longer. And now it's like I'm struggling to get back into that mindset of doing it every day. And I do miss it. I do miss doing it every day because like it was fun. But like, I'll be real, with you man. I'll be real, with you doing it like the amount of time that I did. There were days where like I would be streaming for like maybe an hour, 2 hours, and I wouldn't have anyone pop by, and it when you have days like that, it can be quite demoralizing. But then
Of course.
but then like your next stream, like the next day, you'll be up there. You'll have like loads of people come in, they say hello to you and stuff, and then it like raises your spirits again. You're like, oh yeah, this is really good. And you might have a couple of following days that are very similar to that, but then you'll have the next day where again, like people don't turn up, and it's not when I say that, it doesn't sound like you say, "Oh yeah, it's demoralizing and stuff," right? Like it's not demoralizing in the fact that like, oh, people don't want to watch or anything like that. It's like I know people are like busy, they have lives and stuff. Like I'm totally respectful of that. But like in the moment, you sort of like you look at it and you just think, "Oh well, shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah, what we're done kind of thing. It's finding
Yeah.
that balance because if you stream too much, people can't make it. People are quite busy, other stuff like that. Like that's why I like streaming 3 to 4 days a week because I'm
Mm.
like, it's about the perfect amount. I think if you stream every day, it's good if you've got different people as well. You'd have to have like different groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of viewers to be streaming that often and constantly have people in.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
That's if you got partnership. You have to do every day.
No, you only have to do a few days a week, mate, partner. You only have to make 40 hours a week in that.
Yeah, it's
Is
still
it less
like
than that?
five. Okay, it's like 5 days, isn't it? They need to.
Yeah,
I have
it's
a bit of
easy.
what was the word, hypotheses, a
God, don't
theory.
get me to try to say that word.
No, actually, fuck it, for the lols, try and say that fucking word.
Apostrophes.
There you go. There we go, that worked.
What?
I've
Love it.
hypothesis. So with a lot of the bigger streamers, like the partners and stuff, right? I've even noticed it on some of the bigger affiliate streams have obviously then become like partners, right? I've noticed that they put in a lot of ad breaks, right? So,
Yeah,
and I know obviously I'm pretty sure it's part of like being like part of the contract of being a partner. I think you have to at least play one or two ads. Um, but like my hypothesis is, will the Twitch algorithm favor you more if you start manually playing ads? If you start to turn around and go, oh, I need to go for a piss, play a fucking 1 minute ad. You know what I mean? Like
I do wonder, mate. I
it,
mean, I've been on the Twitch homepage twice, I think, um, which is random as hell. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Like
those times, I don't know what did it, mate. Just decided it was going to put me on the fucking homepage.
yeah, like I gotta be honest, I've never been there. Like even in the length of time that I was streaming this year, like there was a good fair few months that I was doing it and I was doing it religiously. And I never experienced that at all. I never had anyone come in and say, "Oh yeah, saw you on the homepage" or anything like that.
I saw it in my channel analytics, mate. If you're looking, you can see where people come from, and
Yeah.
then you see like homepage, and you're like, "What? Twitch homepage?"
I didn't realize you could do that.
Yeah, man, you can see where it comes from.
It's the insights, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, someone. Okay, yeah. I see. Oh yeah. I see. It says other channel pages and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one of them will say Twitch homepage. If so, mate, it's so random. I saw that. I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. No, most of mine come from you, mate.
Fair play.
Yeah. Fucking. I think was it from my followers is like 38% of my views have come from that. But then like 36 of them have come from like your channel. Apparently you have two channels. I don't understand this. It says 36% has come from Flatline Plays, but it's all like lowercase. But then there's 8% that have come from capital F and then Flatline and then Plays spelt with a P, capital P. Like what?
Is there more than one of me?
There's more than one of you. You're a clone. You're a fucking clone.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
They're on to me.
Oh shit.
I better get going. They're on to me.
Oh, speaking of getting going, I think we've been going on for a nice little hour here. I think it's about time to wrap up, unless any of you guys have got some important stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play Back for Blood a bit. I keep hearing mixed reviews on it. I only played a tiny bit. Now it's on open beta. I really need to give it a go. But I've got Hades, got all sorts to play, man.
Back
Oh,
for
man.
Blood.
Play.
If it's not on Game Pass, I don't think they're going to make money off it.
It is Game Pass, mate.
No, I think, yeah, if you ain't got Game Pass, I don't think people are going to fork out for the price if they're on different.
People were so annoyed about Evolve, weren't they? People were still really salty about Evolve, what happened.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's not helping them.
The sad thing about that game, the sad thing about Evolve, right? I was so hyped for that game. I was so fucking hyped. Probably like more than anyone can even imagine, right? And the day it came out, I got really fucking ill. Like, I mean, I was bedridden for like a whole week. I couldn't get out of bed. It was horrible. And it was, I mean, fuck knows what it was. It was obviously a flu, but like, usually when I get a flu, usually it's gone after a couple of days. This lasted like a whole fucking week, and I couldn't get out of bed. The moment I felt good enough and well enough to get out of bed and start gaming, everyone was fucking done with that game. So I never even. So even though I bought it, I never had the chance to actually play it. I was like, oh fuck's sake.
It was good for a couple of games, but then it just became very repetitive, and the balance in the game was weird. So if you're a monster, you have to just run around the whole game, not be seen by them, and just kill shit until you level up, and then you can beast them. Or if you're on the hunter side, you're just running around most of the game trying to find this guy, get him in a trap, try and not let him run away. It's just like, next game, what's going to happen? Oh, the same shit. The same shit.
The same shit,
It was
different
just
map.
Yeah, it didn't have the variety, man. And like the fact that they were charging like I don't know how much it was. I'm gonna take a guess. I think it was £8 for these monsters and shit.
Oh no, they
It
didn't
was
microtransaction the monsters, did they?
fucking the lot, mate. The lot. Everything
Oh my.
everything was microtransactioned in that game, mate. Did you not know?
No, I had no
It
idea. I'm so
it was the
glad.
microtransaction heaviest game like ever, mate. It was so bad. I mean, Inferno, do you remember how much they put microtransactions into that?
I only played it, I think, when it went on Games for Gold, wasn't it? Went on there for a bit or something. Or weekend free they done, and also like loads of us played it and just went, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, you get the standard monsters, so you get like 2 or 3 monsters. Anything else you want to buy, including the special trappers, you had to buy, mate. You couldn't unlock them. You couldn't
Oh
like
my god.
skins. Everything had to be bought, mate.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, they didn't help themselves. And then they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll bring out more guys soon. What more guys you got to pay for?" Like, no thanks.
I just think Back for Blood, Game Pass, probably play. I'll probably, if I did play it, probably be day. Probably get bored and wait for Battlefield.
When we got until Battlefield.
We got beginning of September's the open beta.
Okay, have you heard the beta? So they're bringing out a beta now. They're releasing it to PC people, and PC people have already tried it. Apparently, invites only, and it's been going for 2-3
Oh
days.
yeah, it's closed beta though, isn't it?
Yeah, if you look online, they've sent out the invites for people on Xbox, but they have not sent out the invites for people on PS5. There's a critical error with the PS5 build.
Oh.
At this stage, there's a critical error with the build, man. Like, what?
Well, yeah,
They
in
can't...
Microsoft, and it's easier to code them.
I don't know, it just sounds nuts to me. Nuts, mate. You know, like, a bit harsh on the PS5 people, really.
No, it's probably PS5's probably got more strict coding to get through.
Well, if you were to put the same settings from the Series X on the PS5, you're probably going to have issues on the PS5, depending on how far you're pushing it. Because, I mean, the PS5 is a really good system, don't
Well,
get me wrong, but you are
PS5
10%
don't want,
slower.
they don't want the fucking crossplay anyway, don't they?
Well, they do. They just want to be paid for it.
Yeah.
Well, when Xbox said, we don't care.
Even Switch are like, no, do it. It's cool. Helps, you know. And Microsoft are like, yeah, do it. And PlayStation's like, no, give us money. It's like, what? What kind of world do you live in, PlayStation? For the players, my ass. It's like last generation. They were like, oh, we believe in generative. Microsoft came out and said, look, we're gonna still make games that work for both for a while, you know. And all the PlayStation lot were like, gutted. Sony guys were like, gutted. Like, we get proper next gen games, and they're like, yeah, we believe in generations. Is what the Sony CEO came out with, right? And look now, man, they've retracted everything. So like even the new God of War PS4, new Gran Turismo PS4, everything PS4. The only thing PS5 was that new Ratchet and Clank game. And to be honest, unless you're a kid wanting to play a Pixar movie, you're probably not going to want to play it. You know what I mean? Like, it looks all right, but I wouldn't pay 70 quid for it, man. Look, I've got a friend, right? Actually, my sister's stepdad, he's got a PS5, right? And every time I speak to him, he's like, I'm buying an Xbox soon. I'm like, why? He's like, it's just a rip-off. He's like, I'm not paying £70 for a game. And I'm like, he's like, you tried this? I'm like, yeah, it's on Game Pass, man. I get it for free every time. He's like,
Yeah, Game Pass is a fucking steal. It's so good.
and yeah, and as I said, if you got a PC, you can just do it through there. It makes it even nicer.
Well, he bought Returnal, mate. He hasn't got a PC, unfortunately, but he
Oh
bought
no,
Returnal.
Returnal's only PlayStation only though.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 only. He bought it 70 quid, and he's like, he's played it for like 4 hours, and he was like, yeah, it's good, but it's worth about 30, 40 quid. He's like, I don't get it. Like, I've paid 70 quid for this, and like, you know, it's just not worth 70 fucking quid. And that was one of the last straws.
You got to
for
remember,
him.
every time PlayStation bring a new console, their prices are always high, and then they drop it a tenner.
So 70 quid, that means I can get, for that price, I can practically get 7 months worth of games on Game Pass, right? For one game on PlayStation. I mean, just work it out. I mean, I know you're not, people say to me like, oh, you're not actually owning it. No. But have I ever gone round and say, oh, no, I don't own Sea of Thieves, I can't play it, or anything like that? Like, even if you...
Well, Sea
say,
of
for
Thieves will
example-
never come off Game Pass though, because
No.
it was originally a Game Pass game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Microsoft. Anything Microsoft's staying on
No,
there.
no,
But,
I mean it came out when Game Pass originally started.
Mm-hmm. It was one of the first ones. Man, like, I don't, yeah, like, even if you were to buy Game Pass for a month,
Hey
right?
boys, you know I'm
Play
excited
the
for
game
Game
you want
Pass
for a
soon.
month. What's that?
Microsoft Solitaire Collection's coming to Game Pass.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, hell
It's
yeah.
a bit pointless. I already got it on my console, on my PC. You know what I mean?
Guess what's coming to fucking Game Pass soon, man? Are we getting Evil Genius? Evil Genius 2 is coming to console and Game Pass. I'm like, what? I'm not gonna have to buy it. Sorry?
I can't see that unless it's different when you're on console.
It's been advertised, mate. They advertised the other day a load of new games coming to Game Pass, didn't they? And one of them was Evil Genius 2. It's being made for the console, which is brilliant. Whoever hasn't played Evil Genius 1 and wants like a strategy / Evil Genius sim, which doesn't make sense, but you've got your minions you can try. Imagine, if anyone's ever played old games, imagine Dungeon Keeper, slightly, but on the overworld, so you're up above ground kind of thing. You build a base into the mountain, set up evil schemes, go against the world, you know, hold off agents that are coming after you, try and hide your presence. You can even make like a casino and draw tourists in to make money of them and try and keep your secret base hidden inside the mountain kind of thing.
We should
It's good, man. It's good.
should get the Among Us back on again. Because it's free on
Among Us.
Game Pass as well, isn't it?
It's not on console yet, is it?
Is it on console? It's
No,
on
not yet.
PC Game Pass. If anyone's
Yeah,
got it and don't want
it
to
is
actually
coming
pay
to
for it.
console. I want to play a bit of Gang Beasts at some point against you guys as well. I tried that.
Is it crossplay?
I don't know, mate, but it's. I mean, you could just download it on console.
I could just.
You know, I mean, it's not like it's a big game or anything.
I don't have my Xbox set up.
Fair play. What Xbox you got?
Just got an Xbox One, but it's upstairs, like not even plugged into anything.
Poor
I
thing,
don't use it at the moment.
Nah, fair play.
Where's Game
There we are.
Beast? I've seen Game
Another
Beast
rant.
somewhere.
Gang Beast, right, is a
I
four-person
have played it.
punch 'em up, but you can grab things and lift people up. And I was playing it against my mate, popped around my house the other day, and it was just hilarious. Hilarious.
Quite multiplayer yet.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll have to
think
reinstall
so.
that.
On that Gang Beast, I managed to pick him up, put him next to these cogs, and he like slowly got drawn into these cogs and just squished. But unfortunately, he was holding on to me, so I got dragged in afterwards. Fucking hilarious, man. If you want to mess around game for 5 minutes with your friends, Gang Beast, couch co-op. Oh yes.
I'll find it first.
Right, rant over. Sorry for us.
That's all right. No worries. No worries. I just sat here like hoping to go to sleep anytime soon.
Negative.
You know, we haven't played for a while. Grounded.
Yeah, a lot of updates have come out for it, mate. I've reinstalled it.
I was a bit. I was quite pissed when we played that, and it was just like
buggy.
Was it like 5 minutes of story?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of updates now. I'm kind of still think I'm going to wait for another update because the more I wait, the more that's in it. You know what I mean? I'm not bursting to play it. I want to play it, but I'd rather think I'd wait.
Do it when we can actually go the full hog with it, not just like get to a point and go.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in there now, but probably still not enough. Meh.
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 Meh. What the fuck is that picture? That was Inferno.
Right, boys.
What picture?
Boys, I think we've gone on long. Oh my god, no! I'm not looking at the fucking images anymore. No, stop it. Right, guys.
Oh, that guy's a legend.
He really is.
Do you see him play Super Mario Brothers? Like the one where people make their own courses.
Oh yeah,
He's real good at that shit.
Yeah.
And I like his quote: "If I could do it, anyone could do it."
So true. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for listening today. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for supporting the podcast, for supporting the show. That's gonna be it for this week. Obviously, we'll be back next week. I might try. I'm not gonna lie. I might try and do it a little bit more professionally next week and have some show notes. That'd be quite interesting, I think. But I don't know.
We'll all talk like this, a bit more professional next to the microphone.
Yes.
And pronounce our words properly. We can have a
talk
more.
like most people think English people talk. Like water.
Oh, what, good sir? I'm going to get Jeeves to get my horse and go tally ho.
Oh yes, jolly good. Let me just get my tea and crumpets out. Oh yes. But yeah, I might try and try for fuck's sake these gifts, man. Anyway, I'll try. I might try and I'm closing my eyes now. I'm closing my eyes. Eyes are closed. I'm not looking at these gifts. So yeah, I'm gonna try next week. Maybe do a little bit more professionally. Get some show notes for you guys, so we have a little bit more structure. That'd be pretty fun. But I don't know. Like I'm too fucking lazy for that shit. So don't expect anything. Don't expect fucking miracles from me. But yeah, so obviously you can check us out on obviously we're on YouTube, all that kind of jazz. You have our Discord, blah 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 blah, and obviously the two lads here, they have Twitch accounts as well, so you can definitely go follow them on Twitch. So Flatline is over on his. Oh, fuck it, I'll let you guys fucking do your outros because why not? Okay.
Hey, no worries. So I'm Flatline Plays. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you want to catch me, either catch me on Discord at Flatline Plays or over on Twitch at Flatline Plays. No space.
I'm Inferno Rouge AD. I need to get back into streaming again, so hopefully you can see me soon when I can be bothered. Bye.
And obviously I am 5 large fries. I don't know why it's obvious because no, it could not be obvious for people. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. See you later, guys, and we'll see you in episode number 11. Bye. Totally fucking yoinked that off you.
I like that end one. Whoa, living on a loaf.
Right. You boys want to start?
Tell me starting something.
Listening to the Golden Saucer music now, man. I'm not ready for anything.
Alright.
Boo-boo.
You're like an old man and
Oh wait, that's
they like their jazz music.
Bro, why the fuck you use Bing?
Who
I get
uses Bing? Who
Microsoft
uses
points,
Bing?
mate. Because I get Microsoft points. Because every day that I use Bing, I get points towards my Microsoft shit. And then within the end of a month, I've probably made a $5 just from using Bing instead of using fucking thingy. Why not?
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
She's
if you
in
can
there,
make
Explorer.
that, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. It depends. Sometimes I use Google Chrome, but it's just so easy to get money out of it. You know.
Listen to that. That's fucking bad ass. The Thornton's Reign, like the soundtrack for that is brilliant.